What's up YouTube? Chronos here and welcome back to the PSO2 video. So in today's video, we're pretty much just going to be doing a UQ. We're going to do the new Magatsu UQ. I don't know what it's actually called. A better prepared YouTuber would have something, content creator. Apparently the word YouTuber is terrible. But a better prepared content creator would have that pulled up and would have its name available for you. UQs. Oh, manifested. I can't speak. Manifested Planetbreaker, and then the Chant to cleanse the Calamity. It's a two-part UQ that we'll be doing. So just gonna run this. I actually brought two of my friends along with me just for my alliance. So my buds started playing the game from Final Fantasy 14. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of jump right into it. So one of these quests, when we do them, by the way, are just going to be to pretty much chat with you guys while we're doing them. And see how the North American community handles these. I haven't actually done one of these yet. One of the new ones yet. I think two of them have passed so far. I just, like, last night I was going to do one. I was just super tired and just fell asleep really quickly out of nowhere for some reason. And even tonight I was kind of on the cusp I was about to fall asleep. So yeah, this is my first run with everyone. Really? Come on. The last two people. So I was about to, like, kind of go to sleep, but I decided, you know what? Why not? We'll go ahead and we'll run this with the group, with everyone. Someone random just joined the party. Nice. Yo, Kendall with the slave duels. Let's go. So how are you guys doing today? I'm thinking to myself some comments to kind of go over. I was reading through a lot of comments today. I've been trying to keep up with them. Guys, the channel has seen almost a double in subscribers since we started uploading PSO2 videos in like the last 7 days. So and actually, funny enough, I know some people have been saying, hey man, awesome content, you totally deserve more subscribers. Like 90% of you guys who watch the videos aren't even subscribed in the first place. So nah, I'm just messing with you guys. But no, I mean, that's technically the analytic. So, you know, if you want to help out the channel, help out your boy, just press the sub button, dude. It's free. Liking the video also helps because, you know, analytics. And, you know, if you're one of those people that, you know, likes to have that, you know, the ad block on, I respect it. It's totally fine, dude. But, you know, absolve yourself a little bit of ad block guilt. His right leg first. Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna break both his kneecaps. I was laughing because a friend of mine was asking me how this whole fight works, right? Like, you know, what do we do? Basically, you're breaking parts. You break his knees, you break his gut, you break his shoulders, and then you break his face. I'm like, this is pretty much a street brawl. You're pretty much just beating him up. And Bouncer has a little bit of an advantage here because of break stance. It applies on all these parts. Now, I think there's focusing the other knee. Now, I'm used to doing this so fast that we just break both knees anyway, so I'm curious to see how this is going to go. Oh, so answering questions. I had someone who asked me about the PA I was using to cancel my blade tosses. And I actually canceled blade toss with Heavenly Kite. Heavenly Kite starts at the J window very early after like the first up. You can cancel it super quick. Let me switch weapons. So it allows you to get away with some pretty interesting stuff. Hardest part about this UQ I found personally is staying in front of him. He likes to walk forward a lot. So we're trying to break these individual faces. He also tends to not stop moving, but he teleports a little bit. Ah, dang it. Oh, my 50% just ran out. Oh, that's gonna hurt if I... Yup. So we're gonna do that. And while we're falling, we're going to refresh this and refresh this. So we're aiming for shoulders. Outlast the beam attacks, dude. Failed. I think I actually got hit by one. That's what caused that to happen too. Let's actually get rid of our lock on here, because it's actually hurting us more than it's helping us. Unfortunately, we don't have a dedicated techer, so we have to keep management of our own buffs. Let's get this back up, switch weapons. So yeah, our cancel... Oh, really? Our cancel PA is Heavenly Kite. As you can see on the first stage of moving upwards, the perfect attack circle pops up immediately. So if you're quick about it, you can cancel it pretty fast. And with the recent changes and buffs to the weapon action that Soaring Blades has, it actually is still more damage under Photon Blade Fever to just cancel your attack, even if you're not hitting anything with it. Which feels a little weird at first. I didn't think that was the case, so I actually tried it out myself just to see how it would work out, and it does work. I'm actually going to just use a little bit of this to see if I can get myself to the opposite side while dealing some more damage. The other shoulder is not opened up just yet. See if I can do this. Nah, I wasn't able to. Get a little bit of double jump. Dude, this was actually used to be really, really terrible to do as any class that didn't have access to jet boots, because not everyone had access to double jumps beforehand. I'm actually doing a pretty poor job of this, to be honest. The people are attacking higher up. I'm pretty sure you can... Yeah, I was like, I'm pretty sure we can open this up, too. You know, trying to commentate and focus on playing the game at the same time, kind of difficult. Yeah, auto attack a little bit just to get ourselves moving forward. Get another jet sweep kick in. I've also gotten this question a lot recently too, as people that are a bit newer to Bouncer say something like, you know, I like one weapon, but I'm really not a big fan of the other. Is it possible to play one and not the other? Any expert bouncer would tell you no, it's not. But I did for 6 years. I played Soaring Blades only. Is it optimal? No. It's absolutely optimal to use one of the weapons and not the other, because the class is built around 2 cooldowns. As you can see right now, I'm using my my Soaring Blades because Photon Blade Fever is up. When Photon Blade Fever drops, I will swap that out for my jet boots. I don't know the timing on this, but I need to iframe an ability that's coming up pretty soon. So Photon Blade Fever is going to run out. I'm going to switch to jet boots. That was the ability right there. But I have a bunch of HP from getting buffs from good old Cube Gatsu that it didn't really matter. Okay, so fell down. Let's go back to seeing if we can break this. But yeah, so basically when one of your cooldowns is down, the other one is up for the most part. I think there's like maybe a few seconds of downtime between the two of them, about like 15 seconds. So in reality, it's best for you to swap between both weapons. But anyone who knows me from playing on the JP servers, I loved Soaring Blades so much that I just played Soaring Blades. Did well enough. Held my ground. It did require me to put in a little more effort, where if I just used jet boots it'd be a bit easier, but cool. And we take him down in a little over 5 minutes. So about 6 minutes this run. Not too terribly bad. Good old Cube Gatsu. So yeah, I was like, if I remember this, it's usually just pick up a bunch of stuff. Where is this rant? I'm gonna be nice and save this person, even though they're all way off the beating path. They're like somewhere over here. In reality though, I want to reset as soon as possible, so they need to hurry up and pick up their loot. And let them know. Grab loot fast. Resetting. Give you a little bit of time. All right, cool. Because we really don't want to wait around too long. But yeah, so the topic I was talking about beforehand, You definitely can play just one of the two weapons. You just want to kind of optimize how you're playing the weapon to the best of your ability, because in reality, you are losing 1/2 of your cooldown rotation. So you want to make sure you're that much more optimal. Now, if you were to choose one of the two weapons, I would argue that Jet Boots is the better choice over Soaring Blades, even though I played tons and tons of Soaring Blades. As someone who just played Jet Boots, when I played Jet Boots Soaring Blades, Jet Boots felt better. It honestly felt like Bouncer was very much a class that was designed for Jet Boots, and Soaring Blades were tossed on top afterwards. Just so that way they could get a new weapon out. Does that mean that you can't play the weapon? Absolutely not. I think it's very playable, but just how it goes, man. This video is going to be a little of a longer video. I know you guys kind of enjoy the longer videos, just me talking, kind of hanging out with you guys. Even though technically these do get less views on the channel, I'm down for it. So I think everyone tends to go the left leg first, so I will oblige. As he gets closer. Oh, that's a chain trigger. Nice job. Semi. Alright, so we got one leg. So I went down much faster when I wasn't fighting the other knee by myself. Magatsu still has that strange moment where he tends to like teleport sometimes, dude. It's really weird. And I was like, I should be able to get his chain trigger up super high, super fast. If I can get this other knee broken really quick. If I remember correctly, you can actually break Magatsu's hands too. Oh, that was not a fully charged jet sweep kick. That was also not a fully charged jet sweep kick. I don't know what I'm doing. My combo is off. I was also wow. Okay. I'm really far off right now. Also, are hands broken? I don't think hands are broken. Shoulder is not busted, so we'll head for that next. Can I get that kick? No. That was a waste, unfortunately. I'm gonna see if I can... no, I don't have enough PP in this situation. Sometimes it's better just to cut your losses, unlock, and try to get more height when it comes to Magatsu, because trying to stay on top of him can be a bit of a pain. Especially when the camera works against you. Sneak in a little bit of a... there we go. Can switch weapons now. Sneak into Megaverse for a bit of a heal. And Soaring Blades makes this pretty easy. It's kind of funny. Jet Boots is great at jumping super high, and it was like the best because it was the only one with double jump, but Soaring Blades, trying to just hit this little target here. Super easy. Nice and chill. Oh. Make sure I get hit by that. And we can mostly just target our own... oh, wow. Okay, I got hit by that. We can mostly target our own spot, to be honest. It shouldn't be too big of a deal. I mean, as far as class balancing goes, we're super strong at the moment anyway, so this isn't nearly as difficult as it could have been. Alright, and just pop another jet sweep kick. At the same time, I'm trying to think of comments that you guys have had with questions and things like that. Having a difficult time remembering everything. I probably should, you know, make a list. That might be the smart thing to do, right? Hey, Karna, if you just make a list, maybe you'll have something to work from. Oh, I remember someone actually did ask about lock-ons, if there was a better way to get lock-ons. Nah, dude, they suck. We all feel your pain, and we all hate it. Oh, I forgot to... you know, he doesn't look like he's floating into the air because of how high up we are right now. The tell for that is actually he floats up into the air and kind of puts his arms out. But as you can see, we didn't really catch that too much. That was a sub 5-minute run. Nice and easy. So yeah, my guys out there who are like, oh, I want to only use soaring blades or I want to only use jet boots, dude, you should try both. Both weapons are fun in their own respect. In my opinion, soaring blades are super fun to use with Photon Blade Fever, and guys, if you use soaring blades and you've never jet sweep kicked anything, seeing like 300 to 600 or 600,000 damage pop up on your screen is kind of dope. Not gonna lie. Oh, also let me, after this one, I'll show you guys my units because I've had people ask about those before. Or the affixes I have on my units. This is probably going to be, I'm probably not going to go as offensive on my next units, a little bit more defensive. Yeah, I barely took any damage in that run, so we're good here. So, because yeah, someone asked about how much PP I have. First off, the weapon I had equipped at the time of that video has 14 plus PP on it, so it's pretty strong. This is my break stance weapon, only has 3 PP on it. Arguably, I would probably get with more. I would usually use Arc's Fever instead of Arc's Max there. I'd drop about 25 attack, but I'd also gain 5 PP, which would be kind of nice. It would put me in a good spot. And then my boots are more than likely what I would use on most weapons. Is nice, a nice cheap FX. Apprentice Soul is cheap when it's low slots, so it's not too bad. I would replace that with like Quartz Soul or something like that. Oh, I didn't get a chance to get to my units because I was talking about my weapons too much and I forgot to buff. So, oof. We'll try it after this run. Oh, we can use this run to talk about Bouncer Subclass choice. That's going to be a fun one. So, you get the question every once in a while, and I understand it because I was once there too. Why don't subclass fighter as a bouncer? And the short version is it's in content, it's borderline suicidal in game. And of course, there's a counter argument where just don't get hit forehead. And you're right. Just don't get hit forehead is an awesome counter argument, but just don't get hit forehead for something that doesn't really apply to most of your kit. Isn't really the greatest argument to go with. So what do I mean when I say that? Fighter sub is pretty solid, but it's got 2 things you have to keep in mind for fighter sub. One, it is conditionally based damage based on your position. And 2, it's PA based damage. So where fighter really shines is in comboing PAs together. And one thing you'll notice about Bouncer is you do a bit of comboing of PAs with jet boost, just a bit. But you do a bit of spamming too. Most of the time you're spamming actually. Especially with soaring blades. So your subclass being fighter actually isn't helping you out as much as you'd think. Actually, funny enough, I've seen people who ask why I don't use subclass fighter, but still deal a bunch of damage. Well, that's because Hunter subclass isn't just the tanky choice, it's also just does a bunch of damage. The thing about subclass choices are you want to consider multipliers for your class. And Fury Stance is actually kind of a busted multiplier. It's completely unconditional for the most part. It's just base damage increase, which is kind of nutty. Now, it used to be that it would increase the amount of damage you take by a bit, not by enough to care, but by, you know, by some, which would kind of be a little bit of a turnoff for some people. But it provided so much tankiness at the time that it really didn't matter. If I can dodge that. There we go. Put that in a good spot. Get around here to the open place for break stance to apply. Someone is dead on the body of Magatsu. That's pretty good. But yeah, so the choice of fighter sub really isn't... I hate to say it's a terrible choice. I feel kind of bad because I know people that really want to play fighter sub, and I'm right there with you guys. Like, that was the same thought I used to have when I first started the game before. But it's kind of a bad choice, guys. It's really bad. I would recommend, there's a guide I usually link to people when they ask me about, like, you know, clash, or, you know, what I should do for bouncer, what PAs are good. It's a guide that's in the Discord, the Fleet Discord. It is Kyle's guide in the Fleet Discord. It is a very good guide that explains a lot of these choices. And one of the first things it says on that guide actually is, no, you can't just play one weapon. Because he's really right. You really want to play both weapons. Now, I've seen some great players, by the way. Oh, I got clipped and died. I have seen some great players, by the way, play just one weapon. And it works for them. But in reality, you want to play both weapons. You want to play around your cooldowns. They're really, really strong. There we go. Everyone's probably thinking right now, you had Hunter sub and you just died. Well, yeah, sometimes you just die. I definitely pressed weapon action there, but all right. Game decided I didn't. I didn't know if that was actually going for a light ray there. That was not the target I was going for, but you know, we'll take that. So long story short, fighter sub just isn't a good choice. Now, there was an argument for... let me see if I can do this right. If I position myself correctly, I should be almost in front of it. Yeah, okay. Now, there was an argument previously for fighter bouncer, and that was because of the damage of Photon Blade Fever alongside of a pair of soaring blades that were actually allowed for fighter class. And you would mix Photon Blade Fever with Overdrive, which I'll be honest is a super high amount of damage. However, it is also paper thin defenses. I don't know if there's an attack coming up here that I should be aware of. I feel like there is. I feel like I'm missing something. Like, this is one of those he doesn't know moments. Streamer is missing valuable information. That's right here. Yep, that was it. I was like, I feel like it's coming. There we go. But yeah, so fighter bouncer was a thing. And it was really strong, but it was paper thin. You really only ran it when you knew that you could kill a boss within the time of Photon Blade Fever along with Limit Break. And even in that situation, you didn't run fighter as a sub. You ran fighter as a main because you really wanted to be able to use it was called Limit Break on JP, but I think it's called Overdrive on NA. You really wanted to be able to use Overdrive alongside of your Photon Blade Fever, and it was just an insane amount of damage, like absolutely ridiculous. I'm gonna grab all these units. Just gonna grab everything because it's all red, making it nice and easy for us, and reset. So what is that, our third run? This will be our fourth. I believe we only get 4 runs total. That's what I'm told. And I'm only going to really do the video of this first part. The second part is like AIS fighting, and AIS fighting is kind of lame in my opinion. It's not really the greatest content when it comes to the game. We'll show our units while we're waiting on the teleporter this time around. But we'll also buff before we do that. All right. So our units we're using are double Gemini with the Whitetail Wing unit. Whitetail is just for the extra 10 PP. Double Gemini is 120 HP and 20 PP for the combo of the actual set bonus. Then they each give 30 HP and an extra 3 PP per unit. So it's a total of 180 and 26 with the extra 30 here. So with all that combined, I end up with 187 PP with my best weapon equipped. The only reason I'm using my my Twin Orochis is because everything on freaking Magatsu is breakable, meaning it just does it does more damage than my usual best weapon I would normally use. Let's see if I can make sure. Okay, there we go. Just wanted to make sure that we're tossing max blades. By the way, you do want to be careful when you're doing this whole cancel thing that I'm doing right now. You can cancel it too early and not get the perfect attack for your blade toss. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this when I was talking about fighter earlier, but Hunter sub also increases your normal attack damage, or your just attack damage, or I guess perfect attack damage. And Bouncer's soaring blades scale off of normal attack. So things that innately increase your normal attack damage technically are going to increase the damage of your blade toss, which is actually why I take shift to drink as opposed to PP drink, where PP drink would be good if you were focusing primarily on your damn it. So what I mean about these lock-ons, guys, these lock-ons suck. But PP drink would be good if you were focused primarily on your PAs hitting really hard. Shift to drink is nice if you want to make sure that not only your PAs are hitting really hard, but your attacks are hitting really hard too. I think there might be an argument at this point in time for weak hit drink, since these are all weak points when we're breaking faces and everything like that, but I don't really know the sciences behind that, and I really didn't mess with weak hit drink at this stage of the game when I was playing originally, because it used to be much more annoying to farm for your drinks. You used to not be able to override drinks by drinking again. It used to be like if you had drank once during a quest, you would have to like leave the quest, or the drink would have to run out before you'd be able to get another one. Oh dude, we actually got really lucky on that. Oh, I feel like that's an explosion coming. Is it not? Oh, we got a double jump there. Can I stay airborne? I think I can, actually. Yeah, there we go. We're good. But yeah, blade toss scales off physical, or off of your normal attack damage, so you want to keep that in mind. Also, like, you know, break parts, guys. Magatsu's just a giant part break fest. Don't focus on the head super quickly. You know, maybe I don't know the NA, the North American meta to this. I'm just a JP boomer. Yeah. There we go. But on JP, when I played, we worked our way up and then hit the head last. Maybe that's the most optimal way to do it. Maybe it's not, dude. That's the way that I know. Awesome. So, what other questions do you guys have? These are the sorts of videos I want to start answering those questions. Oh, I feel like this is an explosion waiting to happen. There's sorts of questions I want to answer these videos, or I want to, why are you floating away? Oh, this is the lasers that he has. Oh, I just lost my Nemesis shield. Feels bad, man. I don't know what you're doing. I actually have no idea what you're doing, and I don't know if I can even deal damage to you like this. Oh, okay. Yeah, that looked like an explosion was coming. I could have probably dealt damage to him if I actually tried hard enough. But I actually had something in my eye, so I was like, yeah, no, now's a good time to go ahead and take care of that. That's another reason I love fighting Magatsu, dude, is he has all these buffs that you just get for fighting him. I can just make the game more fun to play. Oh, let's get away from that. Double jump. Oh, base seems to be what we're going for. Let's see if we can break this open. I don't think my lock-on was in the right spot, but I think it is now. Dude, rip that weak bullet. Oh yeah, that reminds me of another question I got. See, like, I'm remembering these questions as we go along. I apologize. I know this is like super randomized. Hopefully, you know, your question gets remembered. Okay, let's dude, that was our value point in Iron Will. Kicking in. 1 point in Iron Will. 30%. I feel like a point in Iron Will's definitely worth. Wow, we killed him before we got a down phase. Nice. And we did, that's I think our 4th run. I don't think we can do any more. You know what? We'll put it in. We'll do a mech phase in the video, because I'm actually kind of feeling what we're doing so far. So the video is going to continue. It's going to be longer. You know what? Screw the algorithm. Oh, I am full on items. Hello. Let us just take all of these and we'll toss them into regular character storage. Let's go. All right, we're good. So now we wait for the second part of this. Now the second part of this, I have substantially less experience with. Oh man. Ah, it's my elbow cracking. I'm not even gonna bother with it, dude. I'm just gonna get a decent Magatsu run in. We might be able to do another one. I'm actually just gonna look and see if it even lets us. No, we can't.
Emergency mission alert. Large-scale deployment operation.
So it does look like it's only 4.
All ARCSOPs, report to the quest counter to join the mission.
Dude, we did 4 so fast he didn't even realize it. So this is AIS content. We did. So we get into a giant robot. Now, while you're in the giant robot, 2 things. You don't get to use your weapon, so I'm just going to equip my own ballistic. And there's a ring you can get called the light armor ring. Now there's 2 rings in the game right now. There's your quick blast for your laser, and then there's a light armor ring. Light armor ring lets you use less PP, but you take more damage. So this could go really great or extremely poorly. But I'm really bad with AIS, so probably gonna go bad. We gotta suppress the Magatsus, dude. Suppress all the Magatsus. Alright. Let's put these away. Dude, material storage is dope. Oh, I actually totally went off that tangent I was gonna mention beforehand. PAs. So people have asked about bouncer PAs as well. So here's the thing about bouncer PAs. They're all useful. Literally all of them except for what is it? Every PA is useful. Mostly, and it used to be the case that there was one that was completely useless. If you manage photon beams right, you can do at least 3 beams. I like how everyone's just teaching everyone about this stuff. I'm not going to pay attention to any of it. So pay attention when people talk to you, by the way. Because usually they're trying to help out. But yeah, so photon arts. Pretty much all of the PAs are useful. The only one that wasn't very great was Justice Crow. You basically just drew a star in front of you and then you blasted it forward, but it was really slow. It locked you in place, really didn't have a lot that was going on for it. So they buffed it. It now has guard frames on the front of it, which is kind of cool. And it casts substantially faster. So it has its uses now, it's just not very often. Basically, if something is out of your way or you know, in range away from you, and you also can oh, I have mindset ingrained from doing what's it called? Maybe should I like laser early to get another laser? Can I break everything? Dude, let me see if I can get a laser in early. Nah, that was a really bad laser. All right, well, back to the drawing board, boys. So yeah, tangent on Justice Crow. Justice Crow is really great if you had a moment where something was attacking you and you needed guard frames on front, but you also... Oh, wow, I was not paying attention to that being the thing that does damage. Behind a wall when that happens, by the way. But if something was doing damage to you and you needed guard frames, fairly useful. Also, can I just weak bullet right there? That was a really bad weak bullet. This is why I usually would just lock on. I'm like really bad at AIS stuff, by the way, so as you're probably starting to learn. Okay, that one's dead. But yeah, so Justice Crow was an interesting choice. If I can find... okay, yeah, they got the heal off. It was pretty terrible for a long period of time. Now, for you bouncers out there that are like, man, Kestrel is super slow, and it feels really bad, don't worry, it gets better. Just, you know, Kestrel type 0, dude, is going to be a whole new world for you. Unfortunately, that's the only real PA that we want, that we need a type 0 for. Everything else, the other choice, I am actually spinning around this kneecap in the most awful way. And now I've got my mindset on, you know, I feel like it's a bad choice. But we're going to do it again, friends. We're going to kneecap this guy real quick. And it was still a bad choice. But we should get a third laser, which we'll do something with, hopefully. All right, dope. While we're in the air, it should be easier to get these attacks off. I also missed the perfect attack on that. Oh, also, shout out to the guy in the comments, one of my previous videos that mentioned it's pronounced XP, not EXP. So I'm going to do my best for the rest of this video. If I ever talk about experience, I'm going to say XP and not EXP. Even though I've said it twice now. It's still XP. We should get up in the air a little bit more. And he actually died really quickly. That's surprising. So I should get one more. Oh, dude, shooting the rocks doesn't work the same as shooting the towers. That sucks. All right. Can we still kneecap this guy? We can still kneecap you, my dude. Kind of wish that you didn't have to be in the air so much. Okay. Where is my 4 again? So, see, again, JP terminology, weak bullet versus blight bullet. We should get another laser in just a couple seconds, so allow us to get 3 lasers total. I think his shoulder gets weak too. Now this is the hard part, right? Is reading the good spot to laser. Because his weak spots on this guy specifically, my only experience of doing AIS Magatsu is the keys specifically, so. But he is good XP. Those keys were awesome XP, so. Oh, that was painful. Yeah, shout outs to the guy that OCD really made him want me to say XP. Hope you're subscribed. So I'm trying really hard not to say the other way around. I don't want your OCD to feel terrible. I have a laser. I just really don't feel comfortable using it because I feel like I'm going to die the second I go for it. So we're just going to go for it. It's garbage there. That's the spot. That was the spot. That was actually a pretty solid laser. And we're probably going to die anyway, so I'm going to take this death here to avoid the explosion. Dude, quick revive ring is going to be really nice when that comes out. Oh, this is a issue. Come on, swing. Dude, I wonder if we're going to kill this in time. I'm definitely not helping, by the way. I'm doing a very poor job at helping the team. Is my dude, my AIS controls are so bad. You know what I could have done? I could have like been super big brained and ring swapped consistently for my laser. Can I get a lock on, please? Am I gonna actually die early here? Yo, can we get some more lasers? Oh, we're actually not gonna kill it in time. Wow, I kind of feel like that's my fault. Yeah, I feel like that's actually my fault. That's pretty embarrassing. It kind of feels bad. Ah, man, it is what it is. I don't know if this is more than once, though. Still cubes, still information, still some stuff, so. And plenty of XP to go around. Not that I need it at the moment, but you know, it is what it is. I feel like I say that a lot too. It is what it is. A ranked, meh. And can confirm, does not pop up again. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to toss them in the comments below. Again, if you like these sorts of videos, go ahead and toss them a like. I know it's different than my usual, more informative videos, a bit more structured setups. But I feel like sometimes it's fun just to have some content and talk with you guys. And these are usually much longer. So those of you guys who like the longer videos, just toss them in the back while you're grinding. Hey, you got some content there. But yeah, a like would be great. If you want to absolve yourself of some of the ad block guilt, because I know it's there. And I respect that you use it. It's okay. I'm not mad at you for it. But subscribe because it helps me out. And that like also helps out too. But yeah, subscribe if you guys want to keep up with the content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.